There we are.
Hi,
Y'all don't know. Poor Dr. Gail's been pounding on her keyboard saying, go live, go live.
yes, I'm Dr. Gail. This is Nancy Jean. Thanks everybody for joining us today for these crystal healings today.
Mm-hmm.
And Nancy Jean's going to be talking about what she's going to be doing with Lionsgate and a little bit about that. And we're going to talk about stones and healings. And Susie's not here today, so I'll be the one who is starring everything. So
Mm-hmm.
um, anyway, so forgive me if I go out of order or make a mistake. Just let me know. Y'all always will. But
Mm-hmm.
so, but anyway, let me see who's here now. Got people coming in. Let's see. Hi, Linda Frazier. Hi, only daughter. Oh, and there's Nancy Jean. Hey, Karen
Mm-hmm.
Johnson. Hey, Barbara. Hey, Tammy Jackson. Hey, Mimi Nee. Thanks for joining us today. And as I said, this is all crystal healings that we're doing today, and we're going to be talking about uh, the Lionsgate and the show that Nancy G's going to be doing soon. Do you want to go ahead and talk about that while everybody's coming in?
Yeah, Lionsgate is actually, everybody thinks of 8-8 Lionsgate because that's easy. It's the 8th day of the 8th month. And this year it's going to be in the 8th year, which makes it a very powerful day. But it actually starts on the 28th, is when we move into the celestial alignment that names what Lionsgate is. Lionsgate is when Sirius, which is the brightest star, Orion's belt, and our planet all line up with to the galactic center, and we kind of ooch there, and then we flow through as we're going around, and 8-8 is when we're at the most accurately on the center, and then it goes till the 14th. So if you're a person who likes to do things, and as we all know, I'm a person who likes to do things over a period of time, I've been looking at Lionsgate. I'm going to be doing a show with Danny. He said we're going to be on the first, and Dorothy Morgan will be there. Dorothy will be talking about what's going on up in the sky because that's her deal. And I'm going to be talking about different things we can do on the ground here to help. And one thing I came up with um, was if you take the 8, and I'm going to show you this. I've got it on my table. Okay, you've got your 8, right? And there'll be 8s in this. And then,
We'll pull that a little closer.
okay.
There, thank you.
Okay. It was an 8 like that. We're going to turn it and make it an 8 like that and make it the eternity symbol. And then what I'm going to do, and I'm not going to tell you what stones to put there or anything else, but I'm going to find, let's see, say this is a stone I picked for my heart stone. This is not what's going to be here, but that is actually a thumb stone, and it's a kind of obsidian that you can see through. It's kind of fun. And then I'm going to lay um, the other chakra stones, and you can find those if you use a little initiative. You can find them on Googling it. And of course, there's some that are traditional, bright red, and carnelian is for the root chakra, and then you want an orange stone for the sacral chakra, and then you want um, a yellow for the solar plexus, and then the heart is usually it's a green. And I know that sounds weird, but it's because you go from green to red. It'd be a green stone, or you can put rose quartz there. That'll work for your heart. And then you do your throat chakra, which would be blue, and your third eye chakra, which is a violet, and then a pale purple or a light pink for your crown chakra. Anyway, what you do is you could create one of these if you wanted to create some sort of little setup to face what Lionsgate's about. And Lionsgate is about the main center of what Lionsgate is really about, especially this time, especially because it's going to 8-8. It's going to be about the heart and getting the heart even and balanced. And that's what that's what my goal is going to be this time, is to get heart-centered healing, heart-centered vision, heart-centered everything else. So if you like that idea, you can take it. I've been messing with different grid forms than the ones I normally use. I've been looking for smaller grid forms than the ones I normally use. And that was I woke up this morning and said, oh, talk about that with Dr. Gail.
So can you explain what exactly is the Lionsgate for people?
It actually is energetically, it's a time when our planet is aimed straight into the center of our galaxy. And we line straight up with it. And well, it's really kind of a long thing to talk about now, but a lot of energy passes through the planet during that time. And people notice great changes and shifting. For some people and for some belief systems, that is the time of year that is the new year.
Oh,
it takes another year for us to come back around
mm-hmm.
to this incredibly powerful point. Whereas like the new year on January 1st, it's just because everything's frozen and cold, so let's all get drunk. And in the zodiac calendar, the spring solstice is spring equinox is the new year. That's when they used to celebrate New Year.
Well, here's another question then.
Mm-hmm.
For the Lionsgate and the people that are feeling it or getting, it's almost like their nerves are getting a little afraid.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Stones would be good for them to be carrying around with them, or maybe even colors that they should be wearing to help calm that down.
Wear a color that calms you down. Don't, and now, because it is in Leo, yellow stones are really good for them. Citrines, those sorts of stones. But you could carry any stone. Say this is a smoky quartz. Smoky quartz covers a whole lot. It's got the white, it's got the dark. I would clear this stone, and I need to whenever I work with it, because I've had this stone for over 45 years. But I would clear the stone, and then I would sit with it in my hand, and I said, I want to carry you with me through this season of Lionsgate to help keep me stable. And the reason it's good for that is because it's both black and white.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to kind of think about, what do you want from the stone? Do you want one to protect your heart? You go get a beautiful piece of rose quartz, and that's not hard to find, and it's not terribly expensive. This is a stone I keep around me, and I actually at times shine my LED light through it because it has all kinds of inclusions when it was formed in the volcano, and you can see it's like got little swirls and clouds. I'll keep that one with me when I want to think about things going higher. And when I first got this stone, it was basically clear, except for the inclusions. And now, because we're going through such major galactic changes, I don't think you can see them, but there's starting to be plates break in it. The stone won't break apart, but there's just it looks like a little pane of glass is in the center of that stone. And that was not here a year ago.
Oh.
So, I mean, I have a stone. I don't know where he's wandered to. I have a wand kind of stone, and every time I look at it with all the changes, especially after the eclipses and everything, you can just see little rainbows all through it. It's a piece of quartz, but it's been polished a different way, and you see all these little rainbows through it. It's kind of a measure of, because when I acquired that one, I bought it at a house sale of a person. It was an estate sale of a person who really liked crystals, and they had some really unusual crystals there, and I picked that up there. And I know y'all are thinking, how could you possibly not find these things? If you could see my office, you'd understand. Things are not where things should be. But you don't need a stone this chunky, and you're not going to carry around a piece of smoky quartz that's that chunky.
There's Patricia. She's saying she uses selenite slabs to set her crystals on or touching the sides. And this is
that'll clear them, because selenite's a self-clearing stone. So, anyway.
All right, you ready to start some questions?
Sure.
Like I've started about 13 of them right now.
Okay.
So I think we can go ahead and start on the questions and see what's happening here. First question is, only daughter. Not sure if you're taking questions, but I would like a message or a healing. Okay, only daughter. Okay. I'm going to pull out of my crystal medicine oracle deck. Did you pull your cards out of these?
I've got those too.
I'm going to pull out of that and see what message they have for me.
I'm going to pull out of the Surrender Your Power.
Oh,
I like that deck.
Okay. All right. Well, this is what I pulled up, and it has retreat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a mountain there. Let me turn it where you can see it's a mountain. It says retreat, and it's going in with yourself. And this is and bringing in the mountain energy to retreat into yourself. And it's also just talking about going within, only daughter, that you need to go in. It looks like to me maybe you've been trying to get information or trying to find things like externally from other people or things. And the answer is within you. And they want you to go in within yourself. And I'm getting a huge yes on that. I want you to go in with yourself to get your answers, not look externally to everybody else to help you out. The answers right now, the answers are within yourself.
And I got surrender to rest and sleep.
And
it says to prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time, peaceful sleep, so you can rejuvenate your body, mind, and spirit. So I think we got the same message, girl. Slow down.
Yes.
And that's hard because the first time I did a show on Lionsgate, I did it with Danny 3 years ago. And the message at that time was all time was going to start speeding up. And boy, did it. I mean, really, And so I think we have to speed up to stay with the timeline. You don't. You can pull back and just say, no, this it'll all be out there when I'm ready for it. So,
yeah. So let's see who else we have here. Tammy Jackson, I am still not feeling great. I have been fighting a migraine, and it's been bad the past 2 days. Guidance or healing is much appreciated. I'll let you start off with this one.
Okay.
I'm getting that we're going to be working with our crown chakra.
Headaches would tend to make you think that.
Yeah. I'm getting just a huge yes on that.
Uh-huh.
I think she was working with the third eye, it looks like. And that opened up for her. And now the crown chakra is the issue. But go ahead. What are you getting?
I'm pulling from Sword of Light Oracle. That's the one that kind of said, come over and grab me. You need to prioritize your self-care. You see, that's what it says.
Yeah.
And you do so much for others. It's time for you to experience the love you deserve and let others help you. So I think you're in that Two of Swords position where your heart says, I need to be doing more, but your mind says, I need a rest.
Yeah.
So maybe it's going to be a slow it down day for everybody.
Let's see what's this. This Paul Freed. Nancy, did you get a haircut? Love it. You look young, looking great.
I got a haircut. My hair does several things. It's various shades of purple depending how far we are from my dying day. And yeah, I did get it cut a couple weeks ago, and it's at that point where it really kind of lays really right. Come back in 3 weeks, and the little wings will be back. Thank you for the compliment.
Yeah. Well, Tammy, I'm going to send you some clearing stone. I'm going to send you the clear quartz to try to help clear out that crown chakra. But it looks like to me there is an issue between your third eye. It looks like we were working on that before. It looks like it is open. And then I think the overload of information coming in there has affected the crown chakra also. So they're telling me to send you some blue angelite also to help calm that down. And for some reason they're talking about external, like sinuses. Sinuses are an issue with that, also causing some of the headaches for you. I don't know if you have any problems with your sinuses, but it looks like to me it's congested there and it needs to open up. But it's metaphysical too. The crown chakra, third eye, you're stuffed up here, and it looks like there's a lot of work. And a lot of times when you are having migraines, it can be stress related too. So Nancy Jean was just telling you to start thinking about yourself, taking care of yourself. That's exactly what you need to do. Probably almost like if you're having these migraines, you need to be in bed for like 24 hours straight just to take care of yourself. Anyway, that's what I'm getting, Tammy, and I hope that helps, and I hope they go away soon on this. So you have anything else to add?
Yeah, right now we're going through a lot of pressure changes. There's a lot of thunderstorms rolling through. And I think Tammy lives down where I do, so we don't have the smoke from the Canadian wildfires. But
the California wildfires.
Yeah, I mean, but ours comes from Mexico. We import all of our smoke. But it's been rough. I've had a couple days where I just didn't feel like getting out of bed, so I didn't until I felt like getting out of bed.
Yeah. Well, just yesterday, a friend of mine that lives in Sacramento had to go get a 94-year-old because in California, when the wildfires are close, they turned the electricity out, and she had to drive. There was no help she could find to get this 94-year-old out. She had to go get her to bring her out of that because it was going to be hot, and she couldn't have her staying in a hot house.
And you have no way to filter air, and if you use any kind of oxygen, you're screwed.
Yeah, and I think there's, there must be like 3 or 4 big fires going on in that area now, because they were asking, and I'm still connected with California on the notices, and so they're asking for horse trailers, getting horses out and everything there in all these different places. So it's becoming a mess right now with the wildfires going on everywhere.
But we don't have climate change.
No. Okay. All right, let's go ahead. Karen Johnson. I had a crystal healing when I lived in Chicago. Loved it. So that's nice. Anything you can add to us on that, Karen Johnson? Tell us a little bit more about that. Or are you asking for healing yourself?
I read it. I think she was just saying that she really loved him.
No, she was on here.
My impression is it was, you can try now that we know you're sick, but I have an impression Karen's healing was in Chicago was they actually put the crystals on her body.
Oh, yeah. Like they do a lot of massages like that where they
Reiki, they do.
Anyway, so yeah, Karen, I'm sorry you're sick. So let's see what's going on with you on that. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Have you been tested for COVID?
There's something going around that looks just a whole lot like COVID. I had it, and I just have avoided going out, but because I didn't want to go buy another COVID test.
Test yourself for COVID. I don't know if you already have or not. Let's see if you have.
It's really rampant around us in Dallas.
She's saying yes, on healing, yes on the body, that stones are on the body. So Karen, have you tested yourself for COVID? Because I'm getting a strong, that immediately came to my mind, and then I'm getting a strong yes on that. So anyway, if you don't not even testing positive, go ahead and isolate yourself and act like it is COVID because Tammy Jackson says there's a new variant of strep throat with it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, pretend like you've got COVID, even if you don't test positive, because that's what it's showing me, and that you need to take care of yourself. Go to bed, and I'm going to clear you out with this clear quartz because it looks like to me it's a virus. So you got it from your sister. Maybe it may be COVID. Okay, yeah. So you can test yourself to see it is, but even if it isn't, you need to treat it like it is COVID. Okay, and the they wanted me to send you some turquoise also.
That's good. It's a very protective stone.
Yeah, so Darlene said, is COVID still going strong in the U.S.? It seems like it's picked up its pace again, Darlene.
Mm-hmm. And the new strain that's come in from Europe that they have a vaccine for, but it won't be out till September.
Right.
Because my doctor told me to wait till then to get my shots. This is your card. It's Surrender Stress. And it says, take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension that's built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your own center. So I don't know how you are, Karen, but when I was at one point an adult asthmatic, whenever I have trouble breathing, it scares me and it causes me to have tension in my body I normally wouldn't have. So
Let's get right here. All right, Stacy, I would appreciate a crystal healing, please. All right, Nancy, you want to go first, or you want me to go?
Are you going to use the medicine deck, or can I use that for that?
No, you use the medicine deck because I'm hearing throat chakra immediately.
Okay. I'm getting there. So why am I calling people who can't even open up their decks? I mean, really.
Okay, well, I'm going to pull up this egg that somebody made. I'm not sure who that was.
I think it was Nancy Jean.
And this is to open up your throat chakra, a healing of your throat chakra. And so, Stacey, this is what I'm getting very strongly is to help open up the throat chakra. And this is an egg Nancy Jean made. And it has, do you have any left of these?
Yeah, I think I do.
So these are real powerful stones and eggs for opening up those things. I use this one a lot for opening up the throat chakra because it's so strong. But there you go, Nancy. You got your card pulled?
Yeah, I got her card. You're facing some challenges, and I'm going to define that for you. But it's got lightning. And have you ever seen the stone that lightning makes when it hits the sand?
I have. It's beautiful.
It makes it makes this bolt that goes down into the ground.
Yeah.
They're very interesting. They're very primal stones. They're very, whatever's challenging you is challenging you on a very basic level. It says you're currently going through challenges. Many people mistakenly view challenges as a negative experience. However, challenges provide enormous opportunities for personal growth. Challenges highlight the boundaries of opportunity, the places where you can pinpoint the lessons and learn from them. If you don't have challenges in your life, you won't have growth. And are you feeling challenged right now by a person or situation? Does the same challenge keep coming up for you? That may be one you're carrying forward because you haven't resolved it yet.
No, I think that's the throat chakra part.
And right now in Lionsgate, it's a time to do things differently and to face challenges because this is when they're going to show up.
Okay. And Karen's sitting here saying, thank you, Nancy. I don't have asthma, but I have had periods of difficult breathing that were scary during the summer, probably mold.
Yeah, I'm allergic to mold, and mold can behave just like asthma, and it's very, very scary.
Right. And here's Wiki. She has a question. Are there crystals that would help with allergies really bad this summer? Which I think everybody would love to hear about. What do you have on crystals Because me, I get clear quartz. It's the thing that clears out things like
Clear quartz is universal for everything, and turquoise and amazonite and azurite and apatite. They're all A's, so it kind of makes it easier to find them. They're all blue. They all help with your breathing, and they're all very protective.
So there you go, Wiki. I think everybody wanted to know the answer to that question. So
yeah, don't pick up red crystals, or red stones, or really, if you pick up a stone that feels vibrant and active, that's going to jack your body up. You want something that's going to slow your body down.
Okay. All right. So let's bring this one up here. Okay. Hey, Leah, may I ask for a scan or clearing? Hey, Leah. Scan or a clearing? And I'm immediately getting, let's go ahead and clear out all her chakras, is what I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find that stone. That's what I'm getting. It doesn't look like it's all bad, but they're just going saying, let's just clean it up. Let's do a little tweaking.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and just clear all of her chakras.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting anything specific. Are you, Nancy, on her?
Actually, what it's telling me is she's in a perfect energetic space to begin to move forward.
Right.
So if you take the energy that whatever little bits might be left, one of the reasons you may feel like you need a scan or a cleaning is because there's so much potential to do with your energy. You're not sure what to do with it. And allow your wishes to be fulfilled. Don't worry about it. I mean, sometimes I've often told people, I know it's weird, but I sometimes handle bad news. I get into a real state of mind and I can work my way through it and handle bad news. When I get good news, I'm like, what the hell do I do with this?
or either like, okay, it's good news. So what's going to happen tomorrow?
Oh, that's your Irish. That's your Scottish Irish background.
Yes. Okay. Well, good for you, Leah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to ask you a question, and this is how does somebody heal a broken heart? Like somebody has left them,
Mm-hmm.
left them high and dry, just walked out the door, it's hurt their heart, or they broke up with them, or something emotional that's happened. Because I see, when I see that, and usually it's like, I see their pinpoint or like a dagger to the heart.
Mm-hmm.
What stones would somebody carry around for that kind of?
I tell you, it's not so much a stone you carry. You could work a stone with this. But I actually, if you go to my website, I still have about 30 of these left. They're little bags that are the stones that you carry for the art of the heart and that are strengthen your heart. And it's rose quartz, amethyst, and which blue one's in here?
So they would carry that bag?
Amazonite. And you can either carry the bag, you can carry the stones. There's also a teeny tiny little fluorite. There's a page in the middle that explains exactly what it's for. I have Art of the Heart. I have Crystal Cash. That's the one I used to sell the most.
Crystal Cash, and that's for abundance.
Mm-hmm, that's for abundance. And let's see which other ones. Crystal Cash, Body and Soul, which was a kind of healing, and that was for energetic healing.
Okay.
Whereas Art of the Heart is for love and forgiving. And I think one of the hardest things to do when someone does walk out on us is we not only are we pissed at them, but we're pissed at ourselves because we didn't see it earlier. So if you really want to get over a broken heart, find a stone that you're going to work with, but just pour all sorts of blessings on that person, then put a big wall around them and push them on their way so that you don't have to keep being tied back to the how was I that stupid kind of comments to yourself.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody wants to know, about that. And also, you could be cutting cords too. But probably if it's happened just immediately, you're probably not ready to do all those kind of things. But
you can try different things. I mean, you may think if you wait till you're ready to do it, you may never do it. I mean, you got to reach out and try.
that's true.
I've
Okay.
had people call me and they'll say, "You told me 3 months ago to be like this." And I said, "Well, have you done anything with the crystals? Have you done anything about the thoughts from the cards? Have you gotten anything?" One woman bought a whole crystal grid. And when I talked to her, I sent her a note out saying, "Please tell me if your grids are working." And she said, "This grid's done absolutely nothing." And then she said, "But then again, I've done absolutely nothing." So
At least she was truthful.
I can hand you all the stones in the world, but I can't make you have the energy to work with it.
Okay, our next question is from Julie Hamill. May I have a crystal healing, please? Okay, Julie.
What she want healed?
She wants her solar plexus healed.
Okay.
That's what she wants healed. That's what I see. We need to make sure that's what it is. It's, let's see, is it solar plexus? Yeah, it's her solar plexus. And so I'm going to be sending her some citrine.
Yep.
For her solar plexus, and then they're going right immediately going do the citrine and then send her the tiger's eye. Okay, so citrine and then tiger's eye. This is healing that solar plexus, and the reason why we're working on the solar plexus, Julie, it looks like to me you lost confidence a little bit in something. Not sure what has happened. You probably would need to get a further reading or a deeper reading. On that to get that information, or maybe Nancy Jean can tell you now.
Well, you says you need to surrender to effortlessness. You need to stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river to the pattern you want. And that would lead to you having solar plexus problems because that's trying to do and it's doing. If you go with the solar plexus, it's doing. If you're trying to figure out how to make something work, that's forcing it. So
Okay. Well, there you go, Julie. So you've now worked on your solar plexus. Nancy Jean is giving you some things to work on also.
mm-hmm.
Okay, who's next? This is Fee. I guess it's Fee, F-I, Phi. I would love a crystal healing. If there's time. Thank you. All right, so they're showing me amethyst, so I'm going to pull up the amethyst, and they're going third eye.
Mm-hmm.
And what they're showing me also is that the lion's gate is affecting her already. It has started affecting her.
Yes.
And that she she's being hesitant about her third eye opening. Like she's trying to control this energy that's coming in, which we need to do. You do have to put up your parameters of the energy that's coming in, but they're saying relax a little bit with it. Don't be so rigid with it, and don't be so concerned about it that this is happening with the lion's gate, and they're trying to be easy with you, but you are feeling it. So what you have on that?
You should embrace your life's purpose. It's a beautiful card. I'm guiding you toward the divine life purpose. Whatever makes your heart joyful is what you should be pursuing. You see, she's got butterflies and little wispy moons, and she's just having a great time.
It's pretty hard.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of times we think I ought to be over there. And actually, what that card starts out with is, I'm guiding you towards your life purpose. It's not handing it to you. It's not putting out a trail of breadcrumbs. It's guiding you quietly on a soul level. And you're probably pushing to go another way because you think that's better. So think about when you're making choices, why you're making them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got a question now.
Mm-hmm.
People are always wanting to know how to connect to the ETs. Is there any stones that you would recommend that maybe they can carry around or hold or try to pull some energy out so that they can connect to them a little better?
Yeah, they're called tektites. And tektites are stones that are created because of an interaction between the earth and something that comes to the earth. Or they're like meteorites that bring stones in. Peridot are we think, because of some of the meteors that have remained enough that when they hit the earth they didn't completely. If you're going to be a meteorite, you have to survive hitting the earth. And I've actually seen slabs of a crystalline meteorite that look like a church window, because when they slid it, you could see all the little peridots in it. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's another kind of meteorite that's metal, and it's actually magnetic, and that's nothing. And there's Libyan glass. You can find it on some websites, and what it is when the meteors hit the sands in the Sahara Desert, they're so hot that they instantly heat the glass and the sand and make it into this beautiful yellow glass covers. You can find that if you look up Libyan glass.
Well, I've got one there. I got two. There's a green and a blue. That connects. And this is out of California. I don't know if there's anywhere else, but the Anderas are in California.
And there's moldavite, which is the stuff that comes out of an area in Central Europe. And then there's shungite, which is a chalky black stone. And it's really, when you feel a shungite, you can feel it pulse. It's 99.9% carbon. And when they grind it up, they can actually filter out radioactivity with it. It's an incredible stone. And there's the meteor that created that hit the world, they figure, between 15 and 13 million years ago. And it made a big hole that's full of this stuff. So, but look for tektites.
We have a question here from Diane. May I please have a crystal healing? Thank you. Okay, Diane, I am not seeing anything immediate that I see that you need healing on your chakras, but they're showing me that you have an issue with your aura. And it's right along your heart. So I'm seeing use the malachite for that. It's just a little pinpoint thing around your heart, and it's malachite that they're asking me to send for that. And it's just, anyway, we're just closing that hole up. Go ahead, Nancy.
If you're handling malachite, make sure you wash your hands before you eat food, because malachite is full of copper.
Oh.
And I mean, you'd have to get a whole lot of it. But it says what you need to do is to surrender to your own intuition.
Oh.
That's your eye. And it says, turn into your own inner voice. Be aware of your gut feelings, flashes, the aha moments. They're there to guide you.
Good. It seems like that's kind of a thing today, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's what Lion Gate's about. It's about learning to connect to your own heart.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. We got next. This is Alyssa. I would love a body scan. Thank you. Actually, I'm being told to pull the crystal medicine card for you, Alyssa. And I think it's more of a message that I'm getting. And angelite is the stone for you, and it's angels and spirit guides.
Oh, beautiful.
It is. And it's the upper world. So it's connecting to the upper world, your angels and spirit guides, and using angels. And so let me see if they asked me to pull a card. There's something I'm supposed to be doing that. No. Meditation. They're going meditation, Alyssa. Meditation to connect with your angels and spirit guides. And I don't know if you know who you're, let me know if you know who you're already have connected to your angels or spirit guides, but they're saying meditation will help with that. So,
yeah. I got changes coming. I'm here to guide you through this change and transformation. You're blocking the intuitive things you feel like you should be doing, or you should be doing. It's because it's leading you to joyous opportunities. So,
yeah. All right, let's see who else we have here. Hey, there's Cece. Hi, CC. How do I open my stellar gateway? Well, that's a great one. Um, Remind me of the stellar gateway. Is that the one that's above your head? The stellar gateway, CC? Because I'm seeing that's the one you're talking about. Or anybody in the chat? Remind me what the
I'm
stellar.
asking the surrender card to what does she need to surrender to open it. So
Well, usually when it's a stellar gateway issue, it's usually that's the electronics. Okay, it says the stellar gateway transcends all dimensional boundaries of time and space. Its job is to provide us with frequencies that extend way beyond our current. Okay. Yeah, I was talking to everybody. So are you here, CC? Let me know if, or anybody in here, is the stellar gateway, is that the one that's above your third eye? I'm thinking, because to me, I'm still reading, seeing if I can find it. But I'm going to go back because I'm going to show you the stone I'm usually used for that. And that's the one. And it's the pink ore quartz.
oh yeah, okay.
Because I see that one above as that color, that's the color I see it. But usually when I'm getting this, does this mean that you're being exposed to electronics, too much electronics, and that you need to be using, I always never remember the name of this black stone. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. What I got is you need to surrender to trust, to quit being swayed by other people, no matter how strong their opinions are. And the last sentence says, take action and be confident that you're on the right path. And if you look at it, it looks like she's opening up a gateway. She's sitting there on the edge of a river.
Well, it's open now because I sent her that stone.
Okay.
So it's open now.
Get your little truck and go.
But again, as I said, a lot of times when there's interference there, that's with electronics in your house. You got to look at all the frequencies, and a lot of people, you've been able to tolerate it for years and it not bother you. Mm-hmm. Some people it's now starting to bother because you are the crown chakra, your third eye, everything's opening up, and so having that interference with the electronics is now starting to affect some people, and so to put some stones. What is the name of it? It starts with an S. What is the name of these things?
Shungite.
Is it shungite that you put on your electronics that kind of filter out those things that are coming?
Yeah, that's. I said it's an incredible filtering stone.
Yeah,
it's 99.9% carbon, and their carbon. When you get down to this most crystalline shape, if you've ever seen a geodesic comb, if you put two of them together, that's what that crystal looks like. It's the Buckminster Fuller ball, and the Bucky balls.
Okay. All right. So, well, I'm going to ask you another question then. What do people to go out, in nature, to connect with the trees, the birds, the elements? Is there any stone that you have that would be would aid into that connection when they go out into?
If they want to go to talk to an ancestor, they want to go to our ancestors on this planet, they would need to carry some petrified wood.
Okay.
Piece of petrified wood. And this is a piece of real amber. This is not amber that's like made into plastics. It's the real, and it's super light. People say, that's a stone.
I know when I first got one of those, I was like, where is this? It's so
and it's because it's just petrified sap from a plant. And it's usually, it can be red, it can be amber colored. I mean, it's going to be kind of orangey, a little bit yellow. And petrified wood's not too hard to find in Texas. I don't know why, but that's the state rock for the state of Texas.
You're kidding. And there's petrified wood here all over in South Carolina. That's
I know. But it's because this was alive once. It's been crystallized. It's been put into crystal form. and it's very good for connecting. If you're by the ocean, coral will work too.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. All right. Artistic world. I've low mood for a week. I guess she's been in a bad mood for a week or more energetically. I'm ruled by Venus.
Venus is just about to change signs and speed up and go hit a lot of the big planets in your body, maybe just slowing you down enough so you're ready for that big change. That's another change that's happening in the late summer. This fall is going to be full of fun changes.
Well, I'm getting that I need to send you some turquoise
Mm-hmm.
for that.
Protection.
Yeah, for yeah, and for almost like a clearing and protection. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but that's more your field when you're talking about the Venus ruling and um, astrology for that area.
Mm-hmm.
Anything
Yeah,
else?
artistic world, if you haven't had your chart done, I would wonder why you thought you're ruled by Venus unless someone did a chart and told you that. But
Well, I think you can look at your astrological signs and see which planet or whatever rules you. You can't.
no, it's because it's based against other locations, your midheaven, your nadir, your ascendants, all
That's right,
these
because I'm ruled by the moon, and that doesn't have anything to do with my astrological sign.
astrologic sign.
Thank you.
I'm ruled by Uranus. That's all kinds of fun. That's like being ruled by a lightning storm.
Okay, there you go, artistic world.
But it really, artistic world, if you want to come look at the show I'm going to do with Danny on, if you if you subscribe to my channel, you'll get a notice about it. There's going to be a real good meat and potatoes astrologer named Dorothy Morgan who's going to be there. And if that's the kind of stuff you want to know about your chart, she can do one chart that will last your life, if just your natal chart. But if you've already had it done and you trust it, then stay with it.
Yeah. Okay. So we got Emmy J. I would love a crystal healing. I'm just looking at some of the comments. I just want to look over some comments here. You can go ahead. Okay, crystal healing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Mary Ellen. Let me see what I'm getting here. So I'm getting sacral chakra. There's some kind of connection. I don't think it's right there at the sacral chakra. It's a connection. Oh, grounding. Well, I'm going to send you some, but it looks like to me you need to do some grounding, but it's coming. Grounding is coming from the sacral chakra, which I'm not quite understanding that.
Maybe it's not grounded to the root chakra. Maybe they've separated.
Yeah, I was going to say it is a connection. Let me see if that's what it is. The root and the sacral chakra is disconnected. And I didn't guess on that.
Okay, I pulled out of my crystal oracle deck.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. If you want to learn crystals, this is a great way to do it. You've got distance healing. You're getting healing transmissions. We can send her stuff that will heal what's ever going on with her.
Right, I just did. I sent that, and they want actually also send the septarium to her also.
Okay, and I got for you. This crystal holds similar properties to the truth crystal. It also works with transmitted energy. And as you connect to this mighty crystal, you'll be aided in receiving and sending energy from one source to another to help your body better communicate. That's what's wrong. What's going on? And this crystal is known for prayer, programming, distance healing, telepathic communication, sending and receiving messages, direct communication to universal love and wisdom, and forming more mental clarity. Yeah, if you work with anyone who is a distance healer, I mean, other than Gail and I, we're sending you stuff, and that's what this stone says is exactly what you need to have happen. And it said you need to be open and ready to take the healing.
Okay. So Cheryl's saying she doesn't know much about the Stella Gateway and that she's doing some homework on it. And then Cece said that that star magenta is the soul star. I'm gonna have to read back up on all that. I used to know all that. I don't know why it's slipping gone.
Honest to God, that I thought that was somebody who was trying to get on one of your spaceships, Dr. Gales.
No, there's something to all that, and I just haven't looked at it in quite a while.
They call so many different things. Yesterday on my show, someone said he was very upset because he found out selenite was supposed to be clear, and what he had was the long, thin rods that are kind of opaque. So I pulled out all the kinds of selenite I have, which includes desert rose, selenite strips. I have some what they call dirty diamonds, and it's a form of selenite they pull out of the Great Salt Lake. That's crystal clear. I mean, it's not crystal clear. It's not like a quartz, but you can see through it. And a lot of these stones, and that one's called satin spar. And then I have Icelandic spar, which is a kind of a clear crystal that's set up in a specific cube shape. That's how the Vikings used to navigate and see. So it's very confusing because they have all these different names, and it's really, at the end of the day, the same crystalline form at the bottom. It's just the other things that are with it.
Well, it's like the name Lemurian crystals, you know.
Oh yeah.
We talk about that. It's just a name, basically. Okay. I'm gonna pull this one up. I think this is out of order, but I'm gonna pull this one up because it's right here. Hey Patricia, how do you use shungite to purify water?
I don't. I wouldn't mess with any crystal. I tell you what, unless I had all the labs that proved to me it was exactly what it is. There was a period of time when people were throwing rocks in water because they wanted to get the vibration from the rocks.
I think they still are.
Well, don't, because a lot of the rocks we get, I have found this one.
I think there's a whole show on Gaia about that.
I did a whole show about don't poison yourself. Really?
And I do remember that show.
And, okay, this one, and I still have it attached to a cutie little card. It was sent to me by a lady. It's an incredibly powerful. You will probably never see another one of these. It's called Vandinamite, and it's hexagonal. It has no birthstone significant. It aligns to your navel and your chakras. It's almost always formed near radioactive materials. This particular specimen came from Morocco, and I always keep it attached to this. It will cool you off and it will calm you down, but then you go wash your little hands because you've just picked up radiation.
No.
So I'm telling you guys,
be careful. But there is a whole show on.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of.
Guy. Oh, Viviani wants to know, when it comes to shungite, is there a difference between polished and unpolished about the effectiveness of it?
Yeah, the unpolished stuff is black and gritty in it. I have a lady sent me a whole packet full of little pieces of shungite, which I occasionally use in my grids. But it's like, it reminds me of when I was a kid and grew up in coal country in Illinois. Looks like coal. I have a beautifully polished, and I think I know where it's hiding. This one I think I can find, guys. Aha! I can find it. This is shungite. It's beautifully polished. I keep it over here with my electronics. And my dear sweet friend, she thought it was so cool because it was an egg and I was making eggs, and it was just a wonderful thought. But she sent it with this little base, and it's a lovely little base, and it sits on it. But it won't sit on it very long on my desk. It gets knocked all over the place. So it's got its own funny little corner. So it's by my electronics. But no, there are not many stones that will change. If you polish them up, it just means they're a little bit cleaner.
Okay.
Sometimes they're more fragile.
Okay. Here's Melissa, and she says, "Hello, I am a new subscriber. I have been having issues with lethargy and depression. I would love a healing."
Okay.
All right, let's check into that. I don't know, Melissa. Have you been trying some natural remedies for? I don't know. I'm hoping you're here in the chat still, so we can kind of talk to you a little bit about this. But have you been looking or using some new remedies, like health food remedies, like going to your health food store and using some things that they have? Yes, you've been trying those kind of things, and it looks like to me. I'm just looking at a comment from Cactus Magnet. She says, "Right, Nancy, please don't poison yourself."
No.
But anyway, Melissa, I'm thinking that the answer is in a health food store for you. That you're actually missing. Okay, you have not tried those yet. Okay, she's here in the chat, so she's not tried those yet. But I feel like the answer is in a health food store, and it's almost like you're lacking some kind of vitamin or mineral or something. I don't know if you're on a special kind of diet, but there's something lacking that will help you in a health food store. And again, this is going to take a little bit more time to get down into the nitty gritty. You're vegetarian, okay? There's probably something that's lacking in your diet that you're needing to focus on or look at. You might not be getting enough protein, or it might be because there's a lot of times when somebody is vegan or vegetarian or keto, you do fine for a year or two, and then your body's needing something that's missing out of these other things. So you need to be looking at that. You're being a vegetarian, that maybe you're not getting enough protein, or there might be something that you're missing in your diet, because the answer is in a health food store, and there is something that you're missing. So, what you get next, Jean?
Okay. What I got was surrender to your attachment to the results. It says you get a lot of things going really well, and you make things happen, and then you get the results. But you hold too tightly to what you believe the results should be instead of accepting them, even if they're good. So, and that can lead you to feeling depression. I know what Dr. Gail's talking about because I did keto. Still, I guess I do the dirtiest keto in Dallas. But anyway, um, there are things you can miss out on. And one of the, if you haven't seen the Netflix series Fungi, go watch it because it goes away at the end of this month. And it's probably the most fascinating study of how they're beginning to understand the multiple uses of mushrooms and mushroom extracts. And I found one, and I'm not going to say it because I'm not a doctor and I can't tell you what to do. But if you watch it, you'll see they talk about 3 or 4 primary ones that really help with your head. They really help you feel brighter. And the one I do know that's an ancient healing one, and it's all over everywhere, I take ashwagandha every day. And when I first saw that word about 5 years ago, I went, what the hell is that? And when I run out of it, because I'm not real good about refilling bottles, about a week in, I'll go, okay, which bottle's empty? No, what I'm not doing. But ashwagandha is Ayurvedic medicine. It's
I think we're going to be learning more and more about the mushrooms. About.
Yeah, the mushrooms are, and just don't accept it has to be extract from the mushroom. It can't just be they ground the mushroom up because there's something that has sometimes it doesn't do well just ground up. But
Yeah.
anyway, do your own research, figure it out. I figured it out for myself, and I'm really happy.
Right. So I think you can do that, Melissa, and you're welcome. But anyway, there is something lacking in your diet, so you need
Mhm.
to look at that. Um,
And you stress yourself by thinking you ought to have all the answers, and we don't. Even Dr. Gail and I don't.
That's right. And everybody's different, and we trying to put ourselves in a certain category. I'm going to be this. I'm going to be that. I'm going to be that. You find your own way. You find your own diet. You find out what is good for you because our bodies, everyone's different. So
Right.
So just keep that in mind. And Tammy's saying, I've given up on dieting. The energy changes are choosing what I can and cannot eat now. Very good, Tammy. That's good.
Yeah, live with your body. I mean, it's what you need to listen to.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. We're here. We've been here now a little over an hour. So, Nancy Jean, your next show is going to be when?
I said I'm not doing one tomorrow. I'm not. I'm teaching a garden class on Saturday, and then I'll be with Scott on Sunday about politics. And then I do Monday. I'm going to be on with Terry. If Terry's over the plague.
Yeah, poor Terry's got. Yeah, I'm on with Terry actually Saturday. So that'll be my next show. We'll be on with Terry. So anyway, thanks, Nancy Jean. Thanks for
Thanks everybody for coming by. It's good to see you.
Thanks everybody, and we'll see y'all later. Bye bye.